Welcome back, everybody. It's just a server test tonight. I spent the day building the server, so I just want to see how hard it is, and I thought I'd do it with a run through. Still another about 16 more hours of work to do to get the server where I want it, so it's not all the mods are loaded yet. That's going to crash on me, isn't it? Just to add to the game. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so you were kicked off. Authentication player login state. Yeah, okay, play. Okay, so that's all it is. It's a server play test. We'll run around. We'll die, probably to Zeds. There'll be no other players on. Don't know why it's having an authentication issue. Fine. Not working, is it today? Why was it working fine right up to this point? Login timed out. You were kicked off. Login error. Right then. It's my own server, so we should not have this problem. Give me a second. See why it's not playing. Start. Try again. Okay, we're in. So as I said, there's a lot of stuff to set up still. Yeah, we're going to get killed by those wolves because this is not a good spawn. 100%. Because I don't spawn players with anything useful. You know, we only spawn with a knife. But that's okay. Server markers are working, that's good. I need to get the colours done better, but they're working. It's half the battle. let's just F1 it, F11 it. There's no point in taking the walls on with just a knife. This is one of the spawns that will get taken out because it's not a fair spawn for players to start on. Hopefully we'll get a better spawn this time. I've added more spawns to the map, so it seems to give the same one all the time. Let's try again. Hope for a better spawn. Yeah, it's a better spawn. Okay, so we start players off with a knife, a bandage, a fishing hook, and a tin of tuna. As you can see, you're already cold when you spawn in. There is a bit of random clothing happening, and we give them a canvas bag. Clothing is and equipment is nerfed. So your first priority should be to fish. And for that, you're going to need rope. We've nerfed all the food. The severe lack of food in the game. Severe lack of everything. It's a survival build, basically. So our first port of call will be to try and find clothing. And rip it into rags. And get a piece of rope. Hi, Cookie. I'm just testing this, doing my first sort of run through on the server, just to see how hard it is before I add lots more mods tomorrow and start tweaking things. Basically. But it's going well. 8 hours of coding today, and we've broken the back of it. Most of it's now just little bits that need tweaking. Expansion that needs setting up. Oh god, it's going to be a military zombie, isn't it? Because that stupid goblin put military zombies everywhere. Oh no, there's a real... Is that a real one or a zombie? Or is that a... Ah, it's military as well. Okay, excellent. I'm sure it will, mate. I want it to be hard. There's no real loot, and I've not got the trader in yet or the castle working properly. Right, we're looking for clothing so we can make rope. We won't find anything else out here of any use. Oh, he's got body armor. That's nice. Hey Goblin, should we expect similar weather to the Livonia map? No, the weather will be like it is now. So you're going to be cold. It's set on the 1st of January, but it'll be summer conditions, so it won't be snowy. As you can see, a lot of the Zeds happen to be military. Maybe that's a good indication of what is to come. Bastard. And you'll find plenty of ammo, but hardly any weapons. But there are places to get weapons. You'll find civilian weapons and weapons under 5.45 around the map. If you want weapons, you're going to have to hit, once it's been built, a castle that will be guarded, and we'll have loot crates in there with all the good weapons in. It'll be harder than what you've done before. You'll find plenty of ammo. Well, I'd say plenty. You won't find that much. It'll feel a lot at the moment because it's just me on here. Oh, come on. Give me the pixel. There we go. Should we expect weather similar? No. So, I wouldn't expect weather similar to live. Let me just move my chat around because I've been dealing with so many different things. If I put your chat channel over there, I should be able to see it better. There we go. My server details over there. I guess I need to restart. Okay, that's fine. You'll be able to press M and get a map straight away. That will be the trader when it's finished, and that will be the castle where all the good weapons are stored, and you'll have access to those markers. Big it's we need to nerf that, but that's good. It would be a nightmare to carry. That's fine. Are the radio stashes being included? I can't do them. Radio stashes are something that's part of something called treasure. And treasure is a mod that you'd need to have someone that wrote the mod for this map. But I've got another way of doing things. There'll be a different... Let these zombies calm down. There is a... I've got something better. So I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't say better. I've got something else to use. As you might have noticed, there seems to be a lack of civilian zombies on the map. Strange that. It's like it's been overrun. So we're having loot crates instead. What condition's that in? Rotten. And there'll be some in the big castle full of good stuff. And there'll be other stuff out in the ground. Jungle Boys, wait, so you're building your own server? Yep. This will be. I've been building servers for about 4 years on and off, but this is a fair build I'm doing on this one. So all I'm really doing now is testing how hard things are. And I thought I'd do it on stream because some of the people that watch play on my server. So they like to get little hints here and there. And this server should be coming out, if it all goes according to plan, on Sunday. Oh god, more military. That bloody Goblin putting military everywhere. You need to die, mate. You bastard. Thank you. I really enjoy it. It's something to give back to the community. But I like making hard servers. I'll press tab in a second and show you. So we nerf what you can carry. Ballistic vest are slightly different, but we nerf what storage you've got, that sort of stuff. We reduce loot. We take away all food, forcing players to hunt and shoot and grow vegetables and fish to live. We get rid of a lot of loot, so every item you pick up has a use. We hide on this sorry, on this build we're going to put good quality military weapons locked away, so you're going to have to find key cards to gain access to them. Don't need to, did I leave the spark? Yeah, I left the spark plugs in for the generators. That's okay. All cars are gone. We've increased the animal spawns, and there's hunting rifles still out there and pistols. Ah, a rucksack. The background story that I've put in place is the map's been overrun by military. So all the civilian zombies have gone. It's all military zombies. Which makes life more difficult, obviously. And a lot of them are hard. I'm after clothing, so I need to make rope so we can get some fishing done quickly. With the lack of food, fishing's our priority. Or finding a piece of rope, that would do the job, because we spawn players in with a fishing hook. So we're not completely evil. And we will be having base building on here and raiding and all the normal stuff that you're used to with DayZ. And I'm hoping the server will be ready to go Sunday. I've got another 8 hours of editing to do tomorrow, and then I've got to write a quest system on Saturday. And then I'm roughly ready to go. I think at the moment I'd say we've got too many zombies that have got body armor on around, so I need to reduce their amounts. Even if it's just ballistic. Here we go again. You can come in here. So I've reduced all loot by 80%. Because, hey, it's the end of the world. Loot was used up 11 years ago. Life should be difficult. But I haven't put on, like, a cold difficult, so it should still be achievable. It's a hard balancing act, it really is. Because there'll be players that are better than me playing it, and players that are worse. So one of the things we allow players to do is rip up clothes with their hands. And we haven't added it yet, but tomorrow I'll be adding the trader in, and then the trader, it's not a safe zone. There's no such thing on my maps as safe zones. But the trader uses a nail-based economy. So when you buy things or sell things, it's costing nails to do it. So then the choice is, do you base build or do you save up for that item you need? And we're going to run the server. We've always been running solo servers up until now. This will be our first server that we run as a solo or duo. server. All items spawn in, apart from spawn loot, in between like sort of damaged and badly damaged. Make a good base location. So one of the things I'm judging is whether I need to... Well, obviously I need to get rid of some of the ones that are carrying body armour, because that's too easy for players. But also, how are we going to do other things? So if you built in here, you'd want to make sure to cover these windows up, wouldn't you? Because that would be a problem otherwise. I quite like it. You could certainly put a floor down and live on the top floor and a way up, block off the windows, have your airlocks built below. Set of stairs going up maybe. Find ourselves somewhere to go, shall we? We are there. Okay, so let's pop up to... Well, I'll go and show you if we get there alive. I could just spawn there, it'd be easier. We'll do a run up to here. We'll carry on searching for what we need, basically. So, RB. So yeah, we need now another 7, 8, 8 rags to make a piece of rope to allow us to fish. So any of the guys that are watching that played my servers in the past, you're getting a lot less loot now. It's going to be a lot harder. Not impossible, just harder. But there's things being put in to make life easier once you've got a base up and you start saving up stuff. And there will be a quest system to help you get some security to start with. Do you have an appropriate duration for the server before wipe? My intention is, as long as players don't do what they did last wipe and cheat, then 12 weeks. But we will more than likely stay on this map, because the map's made for a 30 to 40 pop server. And there's an end game. There's stuff to do on here. It's like a mini Deer Isle once you get into it. And he's only just started off the development. Initially, there's an eco suit that allows you to run through with unlimited stamina. Long term, there'll be more stuff to do, with stuff coming out all the time. So, I'd like to stay on the map and see it, yeah, as it develops. And it works well for a smaller pop server. And then I can just carry on writing quests. Yeah, we'll get the basic quests in by Sunday, but I can write more quests, give players more things to do. They cleared them. The map's not massive, you know, it's, in real terms, it's that. So for a 30 pop server, it's fine. So that's my feelings are, the server should go live and we should stay on the wipe for 12 weeks, then wipe, and then come back to the same server or the same map, if that makes sense. Might tweak the loot a little bit. I quite like how hard it is, 'cause it's hard for everybody. It changes the dynamics completely. Got a Z up there and a Z there. He's got a battle vest on, but we've got a bit of very broken body armour. Mate, boy, you're going to die today. I think we'll carry that for the moment, so when our bit dies, we've got something to put on. Gives us some storage. Get him dealt with. We need more clothing, guys. But the only way I was going to learn this was by playing it, and I might have to tweak the clothing up slightly. Which is easy enough to do. It is now. It wasn't when I initially started doing it, but I found an amazing website today that you just put the loot folder, like loot files into, and edit, and it does lots of the work for you. So it's made things a lot quicker. The other thing about staying on one map will allow me to like develop stuff out on the rocks and add stuff in and not have to do big wipes. We can do more appropriate wipes. Bring in extra content for you guys without having to start again from scratch. I need clothing. Don't care about all that. Hi, Sarah's dad. The sooner the zombie apocalypse happens, the better. I 100% agree. We could do with clearing out some of the dead wood in the world. We don't need a radio, but hey, that doesn't mean we won't take one. Obviously, when the server goes live, you'll be able to play as solos or duos. I'm not saying it'll be any easier for a duo. Probably won't be, realistically. We need clothing, guys. Otherwise, we are going to die. Oh, bugger. We are. I didn't want their brand of propaganda anyway. All of them? So, as I said, the loot's been massively nerfed. And I haven't increased the zombies, I've just turned off civilian zombies. I think you get some vicars and maybe the police still. Weapon systems will be until we get when the server's fully built. You'll have access to military weapons in military area, in a certain military area, in that one there. And you'll need key cards to open the crates. Which shouldn't be overly difficult to achieve, and there'll be still hunting rifles around and things in hunting stands. MP5s in police stations and pistols, shotguns. So it would be very much survival with civilian weapons and shotguns and some pistols until you can get yourself to a position to fight your way into the big military castle. And at that point, then you'll be able to get geared up. I might give players a rope belt and let them work out how to untie it and turn it into... Is it just the default weapons? Yep, just... default weapons and what's included in this map. Because I've turned off helicopters, so we don't have to shoot down helicopters anymore. So, this map has some custom weapons, but they're nothing big. Any honey badgers or M110s? No honey badgers or 110s. There's a 45 machine gun, submachine gun that's in 45 caliber. That's their own weapon. But your best weapon will be a FAL. Or a LAR, as you guys think of it, if you're not military. Obviously named correctly, because it's me. That one up here. Have a look at the prison, shall we? Go to here first. We can get some water. And then we can go over and have a look at the prison. I've not been to the prison myself yet. Any clothing in there? We only need 6 more and we can make a piece of rope. We can go fishing. We can eat. There'll also be horses on here. Once they're not in yet. They'll come in tomorrow. So you will be able to tame a horse with an apple and ride it. FN, yeah. So from my point of view, I think of it as the SLR because our version was single shot. So, as in semi-automatic, not fully. And the DayZ version is the LAR, obviously, because of their unique way of thinking about copyright. But it's named, things tend to be named correctly on my servers, if I can. I like weapons to be called the right name. There we go. A shotgun. No ammo, but still, a shotgun. Ours was select fire. Yeah, see, ours weren't. They decided, they had this big talk at the end of World War II about Brits firing up too much ammunition if they'd gone into select fire. So rather than give us select fire, they gave everybody single shot or semi-automatic. I really like I could just be replacing vests. I'm just not going to. Because I'll be nerfing the amount of vests. Don't need a torch. Yes. More rags. So it does mean that if you've got plate on, you'll have a fair chance of survival. If you get shot, you're more likely to be knocked than killed. But potentially, if you find plate, you might want to keep it for special occasions because, as you're seeing, there's not a lot of loot on the server. And that's on purpose. I want it to feel much more of a survival build. I could have made it worse. We could have made it winter and cold. But I didn't want to go that far. It would be too hard. It still has to be achievable. And there are some surprises on the map for everybody. Could really do with a hunting rifle. Or an SSG. They're still available in police stations. It's only the submachine guns that have disappeared off. Oh. Thank you. Animals have been upped. Zombies haven't been upped, so it's staying with a standard amount. Obviously, food is majorly nerfed. Oh, we can go fishing. Right then, let's... That's the next aim. Food. Right then. Where's the nearest river? Over there. I remember the breach block with the rat tail. Yep. And the return spring. You grabbed it to pull it out when stripping. Very much. Yes. So I was looking through the manuals of them on Tuesday this week, just gone. Going through the manuals with our armourer. Because I love all things small arms. I mean, I work for a cavalry regiment now, but I'm far more interested in small arms. I think being ex-infantry, it's sort of... That's my world. The long stick. Please don't cut your hands. Goblin, please don't cut your hands. Please, no. You can do it. You can do it without cutting your hands. You know you can. One of those on our back and break the other two up. Badly damaged one first. Any there are crocodiles on this map. The map has them as a standard, not just me putting them in. But they're not all over the map. They're in marshland. So yeah. And you'll learn where they are. They're not just all over the place. They are in certain areas. But it's part of the server pack for this map, so they're meant to be here. I've got fish hook, haven't I? I didn't throw it away at one moment of madness. That ruined. So I'll get out on here and I'll show you roughly where you need to worry about things that go snap snap. So if you're going to be fishing, in case wolves come, I would suggest you get a little bit out on the rocks. So as I said, where are we? That's going to be the trader. That's going to be the enemy castle. This is sort of end game is sort of here at the moment. There is a airfield, and that's a military airfield. And then up from the airfield, that area there is all marshland and waterfalls and rivers and rope bridges. and where the heli crashes mostly land. So if you want to hit heli crashes, you're going to have to fight dinosaurs, crocodiles. But because of the size of the map, if you're shooting in here, roughly anyone on the map will be able to hear you. So let's make ourselves some rope. But the map's really nice looking, or I think it is. And a fishing rod. Is there monkeys, or is that a different thing altogether? It's a different thing altogether. You can put monkeys on servers, but there's none on this one. So people use them in the place of zombies, or in addition to zombies often. What I do instead is I've got rid of the civilian zombies and written my own little bit of lore about how the island's been taken over by the military. Oh, I've got bait. I've got that. I'll go fishing. There we go. Time to go fishing. So I've got rid of most of the civilian zombies and replaced them with military zombies. There are underground areas on here. Oh, thank you, game. Nothing. But they're wet through now, aren't they? How surprising. And there are 2 gas zones that obviously have better gear in them. Lots of wolves, lots of deer, lots of pigs, lots of chickens, lots of rabbits. Both times, nothing. Heli crashes in croc territory sounds very Goblin-esque. It's not. That actually was their build. Though it is very much what I would do anyway, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna need... I'd love if you could eat worms on here, but you wouldn't get a lot off them. It would be great. A worm would be like a quarter of a chocolate bar's worth of food. Or a tenth of a chocolate bar. That ruined. Yeah. But I've on purpose made the map harder. Not because I want to... Well, I want to challenge people. I want to challenge myself as well, because I think it makes good content. But also because it should be difficult to base build. It should be difficult to survive. People should be making different choices. I don't expect to quickly see any 10 slot bases or 10 code lock bases. They'll come, because we're going to be here long enough for it to happen. But like most of storage, you either pay for it or you make basic stuff out of wood and nails. Come on, streamer loot. Give me a fish. But the only way I'm now working out whether I need to change things is by playing it. So I thought I'd do it on stream. At least you're getting to see the sort of world we're going to. Oh, give me a fish. No fish. Okay. So there's a problem with fish on here then. I wouldn't expect not to get a fish from 3 lots of fishing. So I might have to look at the fish mod. Let me just make some notes. Fish. Fish issue. Right. So with no other food, we need to have fishing working. And I can solve it because in vanilla they have a fishing mod that gives more exotic fishes. So we might just add that back in. Just it's another mod to add to the server that every time I'm adding mods, it's a bit of a nightmare. Also, the book's not written yet, but you'll be able to press B. That'll give you some stats. You'll be able to invite people to your territory. Set up your party when it's set, when all the stuff's in there. Invite people when they're close by. The server rules will be in here. Server information with links to like Discord and things for players. And when we get all this in place, the very basic how much territory you have and that sort of stuff. And then basic crafting recipes. So if you want a base build, you better see some stuff in there to help you. And also it will track the quests for you as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheat and give ourselves some food. Because obviously I need to sort out that. Bump and water and shop and apply. There we are. No longer hungry. Let's have a look at, because that's not working. So I'll take you up and show you both of the assets where things are going to be. Which is worth seeing. So if we go up to the bad enemy castle. So this is where you'll have to fight your way into to get to loot crates to get hold of military weapons. There are a few ways in. There's very light loot in here, but not a lot. But there'll be loot crates hidden throughout this area. And the loot crates, some will just open. Others will need key cards that you get from doing quests. And the 2 castles will be the only no build zones on the map. So that's that one. And then build anywhere, yeah, apart from the 2 castles. apart from where we are now and the other castle, which is about there, I want to say. Yeah. And this is the trader. So, multiple ways in. I built a wall around the outside because it didn't have one when I put the mod on. Different bits of cover when you go in. And the trader will be here and the quest hub. And once the loot catches up, and the loot, when you're walking in, normally the loot would spawn in it, but I jumped in. But rather than having one trader that does everything, I'm going to split the traders down. So there might be 2 in the tower, maybe 1 inside this bit over here. Maybe the quest giver will be down here somewhere. And obviously this is not a safe zone either. But I've also built multiple ways out. So if you're in here and you come under fire, you've got a way out there. Obviously the 2 entrances. And there is another way out here. So you can exit if you're under fire. There's those 2. Let's show you the marshland. It's quite spectacular. We might be able to get ourselves some crocodiles to annoy us from the airfield. Come in this way. So I'll need to go away and look at why things aren't working correctly. Go that way. There's a better navigation system. Any moonshine? No, we're not having moonshine on here. I haven't decided yet how we're going to deal with money. I think we're going to do it with hunting and have the most money paid for, like, wolf fleeces. I think that's probably what we're going to do. So this is crocodile territory. And also heli crash territory. Be thankful I put the trader on the castle. I was originally going to put the trader up there. But I thought it was only fair to give players a chance of getting to the trader alive. Obviously no vehicles. Apart from horses. And horses can swim. And you can eat the horse if you need to. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna. Is the reason it's doing fast bandage is because I'm in admin mode now. And obviously there'll be reasons to come in here. I'll be putting more than likely loot crates in here. I'm going to look at the fishing mod tomorrow morning when I get back on it and solve the fishing problem, because that needs solving, because players need a way of being able to get food. Again, potentially for a solo player, could make a nice little base. You know, put a door over there, block off your windows, and then airlock out when you can. Maybe you don't want to live down here though. Not actually had any events. Really strange. I would have expected a helicopter crash. Let's have a look at the prison. So I'll probably up the spawns slightly of pistols and shotgun ammo and 9mm ammo, that sort of stuff. So at least you've got a chance of getting something. Because at the moment, there's nothing. But there are tweaks I can do tomorrow. Fine. The ammo's pretty good, but we need to up the spawns of some of the basic weapons just to give players a chance. And obviously you will have horses to ride around on, so it won't be all that bad. The mod's not loaded at the moment, otherwise I'd spawn it in and show you. There you go. Blaze. Life's good. Just need a weapons cleaning kit and some 308. Just bin off the 12 gauge. I guarantee now I'll find some shotgun ammo. Make that jump. Do the horses take damage from zombies? I'm not sure. Not tested it yet. They will from players, because you can shoot a horse out from underneath someone. But you can you'll also have access to a stable that you can put at your base. I would suggest building a door in front of the stable to stop players stealing your horses. But the stable comes with 200 slots, so you could use a stable as your base. Put a flag up, put the stable down, get yourself a saddle and the bridle. Stick a expansion door in front of it. What we'll do actually, you won't. Have you ever used expansion for base building? I'm guessing the answer is probably no, but I don't know. Let me just go and find somewhere in a big open field, and I'll give you an idea of how expansion works. Not a safe open field there, is it? Let's go about. It's a bit off the away from Z. Oh, that's going to go maybe about there. Okay. Oh, right next to a military camp. Oh, that's useful. Right, let's go this way. So, to build, you're going to need a territory. At the moment, I haven't set it up, but to give you an idea, you're going to need a territory. So you're going to need, I'll give it the map a second, some rope and some sticks. But it's easy territory. So, bang. Rope and sticks, and you're just going to, you got your things there. So you've got wall kit, flagpole, floor, roof, stairs, ramp, wall, flagpole kit. This is where you want your flag. Place it. Choose which flag you would like on it. Great territory. Give it a name. There's my flag. There's my territory. Raise the flag. I now have a territory I can build in. Obviously, you still have to keep the flag raised. So when it comes to building, so we're now going to make a floor kit. This is where you want your floor. Place it down. And then it will need items inside it. It will need lumber, nails and planks. So I get a hatchet. A box. And a saw. This is going to cut down really quickly because I'm in God mode. Oh, it's not then. That's good. You can carry 3 of them, like normal on my servers. Walk over, place them inside. It lets you. Oh, it wants lumber, not... Yeah. So this is a difference. So for lumber. So that's wood at the moment. Take your saw. And you've got a choice of wood plank, firewood, lumber 3 meters. And there's another lumber as well, but lumber 3 meters. So we're going to turn it into lumber. Patch. Got 4, it's going to need 10 of them. Not going to need that many. And then we're going to need planks as well, but we'll spawn them in. So, object spawner, lumber. Lumber 5, lumber 3, lumber 1. We want lumber 3. And we wanted planks as well, didn't we? And hammer or hatchet. Build. And it builds them in parts, so you get like, and you get the stick this back, so you can use it again. Put that down there. Or strip it down and turn it into something else you need. That makes some sense. Now, if you didn't want any more floors, take that off. Recombine. Now I want a... I've got more sticks with it now than I need. Split that down. Or roof, stairs, ramp, wall. Yeah, make a wall kit. And it just goes, and the side that's facing you is the soft side. And that then needs lumber 1 metre, lumber 1.5, nails and planks. See if we can build anything at that point. Okay, I cut it down. But yeah, so that's how you build basically. Not overly difficult. You can build single bits, you can upgrade it, you can do various stuff to it. Quick action wall frame. Build wall. And it will be door only raiding. And if you wanted to build a door, walk up to that, take stuff out that you haven't used. Then one of the options you could cycle, when you build the wall, you can cycle using your wheel and choose to build a door instead. But you can't upgrade them. But you can still build yourself a nice base. And that's basic base building. Don't know what that is. Tree. Storage wise, object spawner. You're going to have some MMG craftables. Gotta find the right ones. Yes, we're going to have the big backpack in. I haven't put it in yet. So there will be a better backpack out there. What is that? That is a locker. No, we're not giving lockers to you guys. By not putting lockers in, I don't have to worry about them being code locked and having to put extra stuff in to make raiding easier. Or raiding if possible. There we go. Not safe. You guys won't see all this, you see. This is all admin shit. So you've got stuff like this. You can make yourself. Obviously, it doesn't come with weapons when you guys make it. So you can make those yourself. With nails and planks. You've also got expansion. I'm going to give you one of these as well that you can put down somewhere. So mini safe. And it just crashed on me. Okay, let's go back in. You might not get the mini safe then. Yeah. If it's unstable. I've yet to put the other backpack in, but you're getting the Project Hope one that you can attach hundreds of items to. And they will be spawning in medical. Because that's what I always tends to do with them. So that's got like 100 slots inside, and you can attach. Our one doesn't allow a code lock, but I think we can attach the code lock to it. I think. If not, we'll go to the other one. So what else we got? Oh, planter boxes we're giving you guys. Player management, no. Object spawner, planter. Hit. So you're going to have access to these. And you can have them inside your base to grow stuff in. So for growing vegetables, grow them inside in safety. You will have fridges. $100 slots. Doesn't need power to run it. Will only hold food and water. What else that's different? MMG. You're not getting any of the lockable things, obviously. We already spoke about. We might end up with MMG safes if they're better, but I don't want to do it if the problem is with putting safes in. If that's the case and it ends up you can put a code lock on it, then I need to put extra tools in to raid that safe. Do fridges keep your food fresh? No, they're just a standard fridge. If I put the fridge in to keep your food fresh, it's another mod to add to the collection, and then it needs to be powered. So I need to put car batteries back in and more wire. So if I decide to do it, then I need to add an extra mod to the pile. Gun walls, they're quite nice. So inside your base. Planning permission. You wouldn't think so with how badly I've made it, would you? So you'll get gun walls. A little bit of storage in the bottom. Fits weapons left and right. Go and find one of my weapons here that fell on the floor. And I've left the proxies in, so you'll be able to still see the weapons that you've got hanging up. So I know people like to have bases that look good. Having those. Not having those. You are having, when we find it. Oh, you're getting that. But you are getting those tool wagons, and you can fix a box of nails, a few basic tools to it. So you're getting access to them. They won't come with all the attachments as a freebie, but still. So you got access to those. But yeah, so that's sort of the base building and some of the selection of items you'll have access to. But things like things like this will need nails and planks to make. Things like this and this you'll only be able to get if you buy them from trader or take them off helis. So this stuff will involve helis or payment. This stuff will involve nails. You've still got craft nails in though. And we've kicked off with an unstable connection. It's more to do with everyone's logging on here than it is for you guys. What else we've got to show you? About it, really. The other stuff, there's a lot of stuff. I'm still logged in. I've got to wait for myself to log out before I can log back in. Give me a second. Right out. Go back in. How was my experience of True Colours? I really enjoyed it, but I enjoy all events. Any event that I can get into, I massively enjoy. I make these little servers for you guys to play, but you know what I'm like. I enjoy playing full pot PvP servers with lots and lots of problems. But I like making survival servers. And the reason we wiped early on the last map was pure and simply because lots of bases had started to build things in a way that none of them could be raided. And once I'd went round and flew around and looked at everyone's base, I worked out, not everyone, but out of the server there was 10 bases that were unraidable. And at that point I was like, right, I'm wiping. And I'm going to a mod that it doesn't matter which way round you place the door or the ceilings or the hatchways, you can get raided. Because it seemed like the right thing to do. And I don't think it was players that were in the Discord, it was players that were just joining on the server. Doing it their own way. Knew exactly what they were doing. We had bases where they had long corridors and just one door on the front that was unraidable. So you wouldn't have been able to see that there wasn't any doors behind it and they hadn't wasted any other resources. And then inside they had all their loot. And it's like, what's the point? I'm wiping. No, in the spirit of the game, people weren't playing it. And it wasn't like it was a genuine mistake. It was people that had actually gone, right then, this is how it works. Oh, he's using this mod. Oh, it's easy. Let's cheat. And I hate that. Obviously, as you know, you're getting crocodiles. But we'll put ourselves into God mode. And invisible. And apply. Object spawner. Croc. Everyone's favourite crocodile. Also, when you do get to the good weapons, you're getting them in colourful. You're getting the colourful versions as well. So, find ourselves in M4. Something in colour. spawn with all attachments on cursor. Self then maybe? So yeah, you'll get proper platforms in random colours. Well, there's black, there's normal, and there's green. And obviously crocodiles will give you a lot of meat. And a chance of getting teeth off them as well. But to get to a weapon platform is going to be hard going. And that's probably about it. I need to go away now and get fishing working, because it certainly isn't. And play with the zombie spawns to turn off so many ones that are appearing with body armour on. Looks good based on everything I've read up to date. It looks like it's going to be great. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that we've made something that, or I'm 2 days away from having it finished, but we're going to make something that's good fun to play. I'm not overly happy with the base building mod now I've tried it. I used expansion for a long time, but it's a little bit glitchy, I'm thinking. So I might have to swap that out tomorrow for something different. But it'll be something that's similar. Or something that's people can't cheat using. But yeah, we're still on track for Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to load the last few mods, get the loot table set up for them, change anything out that needs to be changed out. Saturday, write the AI routines and the quest routines. Add in a few surprises for people, and then Sunday morning probably make whichever base building mod we use, make some videos so people know how it works. The downside to not using expansion obviously is I then have to add more mods, so I might have to have a little bit of a rethink, but that's fine. But otherwise, guys, I will see you soon. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming. Myself and Dr. Cookie Monster will be, and probably Irish, will be back on our normal PvP server, and the same Saturday night as well. And then Sunday server will go live, and I'll stream it Sunday evening. I will see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting. Cheers for the chat, guys. See you soon.